Hey guys, welcome again. In this video, we are going to understand the concept of creating libraries in Dart programming language. Creating a library is an important concept because when we develop a software, then we need multiple files and resources. So sometimes we have to create the code that is reusable in form of library. So that's why it's an important part to understand how we can create or import library in Dart programming language. For that, I'm creating here file. So I say here main.dart. So I'm creating a main file here, and here I'm using main function. But here in this function, I want to use some data that is written in separate file. Remember that if here I create a file, I say sum.dart. Need to understand each and every file is a library in Dart programming language. That means this sum.dart and main.dart both are library, but here we have a main method. That's why this is the main file, because main method is there. So this is also library, but it having a main. So the first starting execution, so first line of execution will start from this. So that's why we say this is a main program, and we have this sum as a library. So here you can create method also, you can create class also. So firstly I take method sum, and in next file I will take div or subtract. There I will take class. So both concept I just take here. So first of all, in sum.dart I am creating here a function. So I say sum, and for that I am not returning any value. I say sum, and I am passing here n1 and n2 here, and here I say print, and I say sum equal to, and here I pass n1 plus n. It's very simple. Remember, I'm creating a function here sum. This function I want to use here. So what I do, I say sum, and I'm passing a value here, but it's showing an error. This is not defined. Remember, but this is a library here. Remember, so this library I want to use here. So we have a simple way. I say import, and here I say sum.dart. So this file name, the path of file name, because this file is available in a same folder, that's why there is no path here, only directly we have a file name. So this file name with path we have to include here. Now you see this sum error is gone, method is not defined, method is defined here, and we are importing here. So here this is called creating of library, remember, and this is called importing library. Simple, very easy to understand. Remember that we have a optional word also. If I want to classify my library with different name, so I can put here library, I say sum. I can do like that also, remember, or I can say sum lib. Like this I can give name, but this is called optional. Remember, this is optional. You can keep it like library here. If you want to make your two files separate with different library, you can do like this. For example, I create one more library. I say here multiply main mul.dart, for example, and here also I create a class. I say class mul, like this. Suppose I want to keep this class also in a separate library, so I can give name library, and here I say mul lib. Remember, so like this you can keep two library here, library 1, library 2. Remember, these are optional line to write here. If you don't write library, that is automatically considered as a library, but if you want to keep it separately with namespace, try to understand the concept of namespace. Namespace means just virtually we are giving a separate name to these two libraries virtually. Otherwise, if I ignore it, if I don't give anything, that is also no problem at all, but it depends on you whether you want to give the name or not. So without name will work, or with the name will also work. So here we have class here. So here I say class, we have a n1, we have n2, like this. These are the variables here. Then I take constructor here. I say mul this dot n1 and this dot n2, like this. Then I have a method. I say get multiply, like this, and here I say print, I say multiply equal to dollar, I say n1 multiplied by n2. Remember, this is the class. Now this I also want to import here in a main. So again we have to do import double quote. I say mul.dart. Now very simple here, create a mul class object. Here I pass the value and the constructor. Now I say get multiply, and I say here dart run main.dart, and you see that we have the output. So you create your separate file. This separate Dart file is also called library. This sum is also called library. This main is also called library, but we are starting this from main, so we would not import this because this is our first line of execution from this file. So this file is called main file, another is called library. Remember that this library keyword is optional. You can take it if you want for naming convention, otherwise you can ignore this. So that's all about creating and importing library in Dart. I think you understand clearly. If you like this video, please do subscribe, and thank you for watching this video.